Yo, so I got a question for you. Who goes on vacation and loses weight?
I usually do.
All right.
Yeah, it's a good thing. I usually do. Depends on what kind of
Yeah.
vacation it is. If it's like I'm drinking beer with my dad, I'll gain 10 pounds. But if it's just me and my wife, I usually come back lighter.
Okay.
How much weight did you lose on vacation?
About 10 pounds.
Well, let's see here. You had no stress. You had good food. You were serving people, being an awesome human being. I mean, everything's clicking. That's my belief. Um, you probably ate more food too. And if you
Oh
ate,
my God. I
if you
ate
ate more,
everything and anything that was offered.
you think about like this. Remember that conversation we had? I don't know, a couple weeks ago now. And I was like, if you're not eating on a regular basis, your body's going to store things because it doesn't know what it's doing to get a second meal. So it's that good old survival. Man, I barely eat. It's like, yeah, and your body's like, gotta hang on to this. We need this
It
for
just
later.
goes, yeah, it just goes to show that for some reason, we're consuming a lot of garbage here in the States, man. And
Oh
it's
yeah.
scary. It's scary. I mean, and they don't make it easy for people to properly fucking feed themselves. You know,
Most people can't afford to eat good food.
that is correct. That's why all this processed junk, this food that's getting people sick. Diabetes and shit, and now fucking what's that? Stage 3 fucking diabetes, which is all the mental fucking problems. You know, that's some scary shit, dude. I
It
don't know.
really is. It really is. If I I had never heard anybody refer to Alzheimer's
Yes,
as
stage 3
stage
diabetes,
three, and I was like, that blew my mind
right?
that you could eat yourself into early set Alzheimer's dementia.
And it goes back into it goes a little further because I heard that I just went straight back into how I was raised, and it's a normal thing, and how I raised my son, and I was like, come on, he's just a kid, he's all right, give him that coke. When fuck, dude, I've been killing him this whole time. It kind of just booms, you know. And then you go back, and I start thinking about like, uh, am I becoming one of those weird dads? Am I becoming one of those weird people? And that shit scares me too.
Define one of those weird people as weird dads. I want to hear this one because ponder on that. I'm gonna grab my coffee because it's gonna be good. So please enlighten me on what one of those weird dads.
So my definition of weird dad, all right. Um, that weird guy. So because we all have different faces, right? We all have different hats that we wear on a daily basis, right? Everybody sees us and has a different perception of us, of who we are, and so forth. You have your own of me, which you in your world includes everybody that that knows me.
Mm.
Okay. So that is a completely different world. So when I say one of those funny people, means that in some aspects, that fucking that little hippie dude, looking guy. Um, in other aspects, that mechanic, that aircraft mechanic. In other aspects, the dad, right? Uh, whatever it may be. So whenever I discuss the aspect of those funny people, I'm mostly mentioning what I consider those funny people. So in my world, it would be like I said, like the hippies, like that, that cool guy, but at this that learn the guy who learned how to how to open his heart and truly love for humanity, but at the same time looking at values. It's not just the whole fucking it's let's all coexist. I'm not that motherfucker. All right, I'm not that one. I do have my values, you know, a boy and a fucking girl values. Good old home, fucking southern raised fucking values. You know, I grew up in Texas, and there is something called the American way. You know, I truly believe that. That's the country that I fought for. That's the country that I joined and served for, and it's not the country that it's here right now. And I don't want to sound like that fucking funny guy, that old timer, that or I'm entering into that phase of being that old timer of saying what the fuck happened to my youth, you know, or where, as far as my physical youth, or we all have different hats, and those are the funny guys. You know what I mean? Whenever it becomes too eccentric, whenever something becomes too far one way or too far the other, those are just what I'm talking about. Those funny people, because I truly feel that we all have a little bit of everything inside. It's just that we need to focus on ourselves more. When I literally learned that my life, the problems that I have in my life right the fuck now are 100% my fault. The tears of sadness that were rolling down my face yesterday were real, but they're my fault and they were caused by me. And that's pretty much, you know, that's what I'm talking about,
Hmm.
as far as being the funny people that once you realize who you are, what you are, and how amazing you are, dude, then now you become one of those other funny people. Now you become the one that goes, dude, the human body's an amazing fucking vehicle, dude. When you realize and you start shaking, and you can literally wake up every morning and say, "Fucking hey, I get another shot at this one. This is amazing. Ooh, I didn't do such a good job yesterday. You know, I fucked up a little bit. But
Every day.
but I want to. But today I'm gonna kill it. Today I'm gonna fucking kill it. And that's another side of the funny people, and that's what I'm talking about. That's
Got you.
that's because I got that guy too. You know.
Yeah, I want to be the funny guy. I want to be the weird dude. Um, I want people to look at me like I'm crazy. That's fine, because that just means I'm not like them. And you know, that's everybody wants to be normal. Like I remember when I was younger, I was like, man, I just want to fit in. I was like, yeah, no, you're not supposed to fit in. You are unique. And once you kind of embrace that, it's like, I mean, you don't get much more. Like I got freaking Brindle grouper spots. Like, and like but it used to bug me so much when it started, and then it was like that's how the tattoo started, because I wanted to cover it up, and then when I tattooed it, well, it was a horrible tattoo to begin with. I had to get it fixed, but that's why you don't get tattoos in your friends' living rooms. But but you know, all my like I think all my tattoos except for one started in somebody's house. Um, so, but wanting to fit in is like the beginning of sliding into mediocrity. We all understand that when you're younger, but then
Yes.
well, like as I get older and I learn more, being different is so powerful. It's so powerful because you're not just trying to fit in and slide in. What's up, man? You're like
Yes.
I gotta get it out.
I'm so sorry because if not, dude, I swear to God, like I'll lose it, and then I'm like, fuck.
That's when I
So
start. You see me writing now. I've been writing stuff down.
I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to take my notepad out. Shit, dude, you're brindle. That's fucking. I love it. I know you. It's the second time you said it. It's the second time I heard it, and I had to catch myself. This one I'm like, fucking a, shut up, dude. That's right. You're a special fucking breed, dude, and that's beautiful because you're top dollar on the fucking chain. In your. I swear to God, I have a Frenchie. If I wanted her papers, it would have cost me $5,000 just for her
Mm,
papers. I told the
mm,
guy, listen, dude, I don't want the papers. I want the dog. You know,
right.
take. I was like, dude, I don't give a shit. We made the deal for the dog, and that was it. And it was a very, 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 very good deal for the dog. I didn't pay what most people would pay for this fucking dog,
Mm-hmm.
right? But the brindles, that's an extra 5 grand on top of that one. Just that little fucking little birthmark, right? Which is
Right.
beautiful fucking thing. And now you're also another beast at the other stuff. I love it. Love it.
Yeah. Yeah. No. How long did it take me to figure that out? It was like
Uh,
I painted this picture in my head about being like and wanting to cover it up and not embracing it. Like what you stop trying to hide behind stuff and start embracing your differences. Um, and then like take that and just own it. So it was. I don't even know how old I was when I had made that change and pivoted my mind frame, but it probably wasn't. It was pretty recent. So like I was at least a decade into this experience, and it was progressing instead of slowing down. And then actually, when I actually accepted it and was like, that's part of me, that's who I am. It's like that's a piece of me. It slowed down and stopped spreading like wildfire. But that was probably one of the when I stopped poisoning myself so consistently on a very high level. So I'm like, it's yeah, and that's the power of always reflecting on things because you get to share these. Um, yeah. So you were traveling yesterday. Like, how was the travel day?
ah,
Tears of
so
sadness.
yeah, um, you know, I made a little recording for myself,
Okay.
for my family, for just there were some beautiful moments in this past week, and there was also some very sad moments in this past week. You but I was just reflecting on it yesterday when I got home. Just figuring out what my next moves are,
Mm,
figuring out what I want, you know, putting it out there on the universe, doing my meditations. Even though I was there, I really wasn't really focused on anything else but honestly was her. I was trying to be there for her. I was there with her family. I was learning about her background. I was really there for her.
mm,
So when I came back, I was just a little bit more focused on, all right, dude. So you saw all of this, and what do you really want? That's what I was. That's where that came from. Um, I'm not that far away. I could be there if I wanted to, but it just means that I'd have to give up a huge part of something that I love.
mm.
And well, you asked, so you showed me that Patrick Met David podcast.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, and to be honest with you, that response that I sent you was just the part that I said, "Hey Daniel." blah 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 blah. And
I didn't even
I
see it
didn't.
yet.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Well, I think I have to go back and listen to it, see my start to my finish, because it was just one part of a whole line of what my next 90 days is going to be like.
Okay.
So, for example, right, like I started, and I started with recordings, and I recorded myself, and then the recording started. Something said I have to record myself, so which was the truth, you know. So I was in my I got to a Zen moment, I guess, to myself moment, where I was talking to me, to myself, to my spirit, and I apologize for a lot of things that I saw, and apologize for a lot of things that I did. I apologize for a lot of things that I didn't even fucking know I did. You
Mm.
know, something like that to a lot of people. I made a lot of different videos for different people, and for example, because I was with her family, I could only imagine um, the version of my wife that each one of these people, of this family members knows, and how much of a difference it has been since she met me, because I feel that I hurt her, and so they saw a different version of her that they don't need to see. That was weird. That was weird on me, and I wanted to be the best fucking possible person. And and I've been working on myself this whole time. And when you sent me that Patrick Beck David podcast, we were talking about that, and I started thinking about, you know, when you control your feelings, when you learn to control your emotions, when you become when, to get to that point, that's the that's the creme de la creme of your personal development.
Right.
To me, that is like, wait, what? Um, but wait, that also just goes to show that that's just you trying to be the best possible version of yourself at that moment. So you should be always, you know what I mean? That's when you're really being the best possible version of yourself. I have followed Patrick Beck David for a very, very, very long time. Actually, I think it was the Ferrari. It was the Ferrari, the red Ferrari video. I think it was when that
Mm.
video first came out. Uh, I think it was like 2012 or 2011.
Oh wow.
Yeah, when that video first came out, as who I started following him,
Okay.
and learning from him, and I was like, who the hell is this guy? Yeah, um, I he resonates with me. Uh, I'm an immigrant. He fucking knocked it out of the park, home run, you know, amazingly.
Right.
I was in the military, and it's like, he became. I could do. He became that guy. He did.
Mm.
Um, he became that guy. And I wanted to study him too. You know what I mean? So yeah, I bought his books and stuff like that. And I'm not saying I idolize the man. I admire him. You
Mm.
know, just one of those things. So yeah, to see that composure. Um, I was thinking about that. I was like, can I do that? I was thinking about that. I was like, can I? In the beginning, it was somebody that but now I don't want that. You know, I don't want that lifestyle.
Mm.
That I'm ready to just chill. I don't know if
Yeah.
that means I can imagine, but his values and everything that he does, and I believe in. The guy's amazing, 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 amazing. Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah, he's being the best possible version of himself, and I made me happy for him. It was just one of those things, you know.
like when I watched that video, that's why I sent it to you. Like after you were like, this was on my heart already. So I sent you the video because I was just utterly so blown away at the level of composure that that man displays when somebody is putting a very contradictory to where his values are and beliefs. And he's just like, yeah, that can be your opinion, but this is like wrong. And that's and you look at like it is easy to measure where I failed in that area so many times. And like I'm better than I was by far. And I can control my emotions to a very high level, but not like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. In that, correct.
Yeah. That's the
Because
other
we're
side of
getting
that coin.
better. Because we're
Right.
getting better. Because it's something that we actually fucking strive for. It's the only way. It's
Hmm.
something that you understand. And it's like, holy shit, wait a moment. You're waking up into a certain extent. It's like, okay, so if I was this piece of shit, because I was, if we were, I
Yep.
was this
I
piece
mean, me too.
if I was this piece of shit and I said, holy fuck, I've learned from my fucking mistake and I'm actually growing and I'm trying to be a better fucking person. So what else happens? Not only that, you're reading, you're listening to other fucking successful people. You're learning from them. Your words are going to start changing. Your attitude, your perception of things are going to change. How about this? I can paint you a story of sadness and horror, right? About a crazy guy who like speaks I can paint. I'm not gonna fucking say. I can paint you a horror story, or I can paint you a love story, and it's the exact same fucking film. It's just the way
Yes.
it's just the way your words are your how eloquently you perceive it is how you eloquently you say it. If you receive, like we said, shit in, shit out. So it's
Right.
how you want to fucking see it is how you fucking get it. That's everything. That's the whole fucking secret of the world. That book, The Secret. It's literally. It's shit. It shit out. If you're in the slums of your life and want to fucking change, all you got to do is pick up a fucking book and change the picture in your mind. It doesn't matter what book, fictional or not. Just change the picture in your mind because you'll start dreaming and you'll start doing. And if you pick up now you start picking up a business book. Holy shit, you start getting ideas on, I could do this too. I can make a little bit of money. It's just little fucking steps. Next thing you know, what am I doing? My extra $5 or $10 that I'm making on my side shit. Real simple. Put your money to work. There you go. Once you put your money to work, then next thing you know, you start changing your life. Even though you're still eating shit the whole time, you're not really realizing how much of you're actually growing. When you actually make that click in your mind and you realize, holy fuck, dude, look where I am. Look where I am. I've made it this whole fucking way and I'm a fucking idiot. Wait, how was this? Oh my God, the shit works. The shit works. How do I know the shit works? Because the fucking house that was on the vision board, yeah, you rented that shit 3 years ago. So it's like the little things, or that car or that watch you actually had. So now we become consumers. That's a different story. But that watch you wanted, yeah, you had it. You loved it. You showed it off, and then you said, "Fuck it, it's not important," and you fucking sold it. That was me. It doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't fucking matter. Because now you understand that you can visualize anything you fucking want. And when you get to that point, when you can visualize anything you fucking want, it just becomes good fuck you. Because now you get to learn to live within the fucking system. That's another side story too. But and you know how to manipulate it. You become fucking Neo. Now you learning to become Neo. learning how to actually manipulate. You learn how to download this shit while doing your meditations, growing yourself. It's all part of the personal development. When you get to that point, then that's just the whole other fucking other side of the coin. But that's where I'm at right
Nice.
now.
Nice.
Whoa, that was fun.
It was, and I like I've been working on the visualization aspect of my life for a couple of years now, and could always see the stuff, but I could never put myself into it. And this morning, like, was epic because I was in my visualization, like on my 40 my what is it a 420 Vantage out fishing in the Gulf of Mexico. We pulled up to my dock at that big mansion that I have on my computer, and we walked past the pool into my home with my checkerboard, white and black floor past my baby grand. And I was just like, I was there. That's cool. I took 2 years for me to be able to do that. It
Yeah,
wasn't like it was like so frustrating, but 2 years. And
yeah,
when I finished, I was like, oh my gosh, I was there.
yeah.
It was so cool. I was like, so, but doing stuff like that, it was like the frustration was there, but then the consistency and finally figuring out how to get it done was freaking awesome.
Well, you said my pretty much exact moment when when my final resting place, right? When I said,
Basically,
when did I, when I get to make it, when I get to make it
yeah,
was also was also one of those moments,
yeah,
where I'm out there the same, not in the middle of the Gulf. I was probably in the Atlantic, you know.
okay,
I was probably in the Atlantic. Yeah. And it was one of those things where you go, wait a moment, what I'm chasing, I can already have.
mm,
Fuck. That's that key moment. Please
yeah.
continue.
Oh, absolutely. Um, well, that was just that's how the morning started, and then just like just started banging down, like hit the prayers, hit the visualization, hydration. I sat down, freaking hit the power list, and I was like, I was walking out into the office to go out back to do the cardio session, and I was just like, huh. I was like, oh, I spoke last night for Logan Cell's team, and yeah, so it was. I hope I get the recording soon because there were some gems in there that I didn't even know that were going to come
Nice.
out of my mouth. Um, but I was talking about writing down that list and laying out your day and then knocking out those tasks, and that's how you can manage your time and get way more done. Because when you write it down, it's like concrete. It's like stuck in here, and it immediately starts problem solving. And so I was like, I'm gonna make sure I do that today. And so I sat down, I wrote down my stuff, reflected about last night. Um, Another one of my fire quotes that came out while I was speaking. It's like, all right, it's cool this morning. And then it's like immediately the sub goes to work. So I figured out how to get myself to where I could review the edit before I have to edit it while I'm doing my cardio on the elliptical in the backyard.
Okay.
And then I was like, I need to start posting more shorts because I have my alerts on. And I was like, this dude's my phone keeps on dinging. It's Nestor. All right, and so just not posting enough shorts. I was like, he's already like it. Well, so I scheduled some out, and like I literally did all of that before we got on this morning at 5 a.m. and I was early,
I do
and
it right
so
after.
and I was just like, how so and then when I get done here, like I already have the timestamps in my head of the intro. I already have the um what's it called, the thumbnail and the actual intro. And so all this stuff is, I already know what I need to cut out and what I don't need to cut out. And most of like it's easy because I don't really cut very much of their stuff out.
Yeah.
unless there's like me getting up to go get coffee like this morning. Like I'll edit that. But other than that, like it's unfiltered. So
Uh-huh.
but it's like so I was able to and then I was like one of the things I was like I have to finish by 8 p.m. tonight. I finished by at 9 last night, but I want to be in bed by 9 tonight.
Hmm.
Because that's one of the biggest things that I've noticed about when I'm on the faces is that if I get off task or have somebody steal my time or I give somebody some time that I shouldn't have, it costs me dearly, like
Ooh.
in the form of sleep and
Oh.
productivity.
Ooh. Thank you for that insight. Yes, don't get me started. Because as part of that little video that I sent you, I said, "Hey, Daniel, I made a whole fucking intro of me and my why and my real why." I recorded
Nice.
I probably cried in that video of why I'm doing 75 hard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. And that was just it was a whole sequential thing because and to be honest, my why is just I really want to learn to be the best version of myself. That's
Mm-hmm.
it. That's pretty much it. As far as the mentality wise, I've I'm still working on it, but I think I'm mentally strong enough now that I can actually stick to it, right? So I made it a point out there, and I recorded it saying yeah, it's called 75 hard, but I'm gonna make it a little bit harder. When and I said, okay, I'm gonna go 90 days. I'm gonna start on September 5, um, and that'll take me straight to December 2nd. And being said, I will know 100% if I give this 100 fucking percent, which means that I'm going to be the best version of myself at all fucking times. There's zero tobacco of any kind. There's zero alcohol, zero substance, zero coffee. I love my morning coffee. Zero coffee. You know, just my water, just my water.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that day we got to stick to my diets, right? So there you go. Um, yeah, zero stimulants is what I was. It's basically what it comes down to.
No kidding.
Um, I'm going to uh, no sugars. I'm going to go straight fucking carnivore. Straight
Dude,
carnivore.
that's gonna
Uh,
that's gonna change your
Listen, I'm telling you,
mentality.
I'm going straight because I love my rice. I love
Mm-hmm.
my rice. I love my rice. I love rice. I love rice. But I made it up. I made it up. I made it up. I didn't eat any rice yesterday, but I made it up. I had some nasty Taco Bell that was so amazing at 11 o'clock
Mm.
at 11 o'clock at night. Yes, I did. And it was delicious. And I shoved my face into it. And it was the best ever because I know I'm not gonna be there for a very long time. So no
Yeah.
carbs. Zero carbs, right?
You
Uh
have to consume some carbs, vegetables.
well, if it's in the vegetable, it's different then. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm just
You mean
not
like
okay. How about
complex trash?
how about yeah, no starches.
Yeah,
How
gotcha.
about that? No starches. Let's do it that way. You know, I don't pretty much eat bread. I know bread to me is poison.
Mm.
Um, but
Maybe that's what I.
the rice is the one that to me is really really hard, and
Mm.
so I'm giving up rice. So I'm giving up really the things that I love. The things that I'm giving those things up.
Make
Um,
sure you're like when you're making that sacrifice, that investment. Um, I would I would caution you to track your macros because it sounds like you're going to be giving up a lot of the fuel sources. Like protein's phenomenal for building muscle, but for sustainable fuels, sometimes you might need a little like a piece of fruit, some vegetables, stuff like that. Because I've done that before, because I don't like complex carbohydrates.
Okay, so
At
let me
all.
ask you a question. Then thank you for that, because that just goes to show that my vocabulary isn't there yet. So I may have said something, and that happens with me and my wife all the time. I may have said something that did. I misled you in some way.
You said
Yeah,
no carbs,
yeah,
so
yeah, 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 yeah. Let's just keep it to that white starches. You know what I mean? Let's
I
just,
got you.
yeah, like shit like that. Let's just keep it there.
I got you. I said I don't want you passing out on the runway or nothing,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
in a
No, no,
hangar
no,
by
no,
yourself.
no, no. Definitely, of course. I probably will have sugars, because yes, I'll eat a banana, an orange, or an apple, or something like that.
Right.
Yes, 100%. Yes, I agree. But I just won't eat bread. I just won't eat
Hmm.
rice. I just won't eat potatoes. I just won't eat.
Keeping it
Uh,
clean.
yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah. Yes.
Gotcha.
Okay. Yes. Thank you. Um, and that goes to show that I need to read more on that subject too. Okay. Um, oh, that's the other thing. When you look back on your life and go, I could talk about this subject. 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 This subject. It's a pretty cool realization. It's like, all right, yeah, I guess I'm not that bad of that big a piece of shit.
It's like, man, I was like, I paid for all my experience
Mhm.
with a lot of bad decisions. And like when I look at it, was like, were they really bad? Because you had to learn something. Like, that whole free will, like God, I say God, you say the universe. He gives us free
it,
will
it,
and
it is
allows us to
it,
make
it is
decisions.
it is God. It is God.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
like, and they talk about your steps are preordained. And it's like, well, why on earth would you let me do that? So you could help somebody else. Okay, like I'll take that. And when I was talking last night, well, before, like, this was really cool. Um, there, you probably, you might know the guy. There's one of he was in life insurance sales when I started. Like, he was already there with one of the offices here in Fort Myers, and he's been watching me on social media for a while now. And is before we got started, he's like, "Hey man, I just want to tell you." He's like, "Thanks for posting the stuff that you post, the videos, the reels, the quotes." He was like, it's been, I think he said, like, is it 5 or 15 years? Is a long time. And he was like, it's been a while since I've been back in the gym. He's like, but you got me in there. And he's like, and I'm chipping away at it. He's like, and it hurts, but he's like, I'm getting it back. And I was like, freaking awesome. And so, like, this the little bit of influence across the people around you is so freaking powerful. And it's like, you can have impact on somebody without even talking to them on a regular basis. I haven't talked to that guy in like 6 months, and probably longer than that. And just helping somebody implement change into his life is freaking awesome. One of the ladies from Georgia, I finished speaking, asked if I had any questions, and freaking, she was like, I just wanted to tell you young guys that are in here, if you're not, if you don't have access to them, just like figure out how to get access to them,
hmm,
because like the
yeah,
relationship that he puts forward to the world with his wife is what a good husband does. I was like, I didn't know that people were looking at that aspect of me. No, we see the flaws. Like, I see the flaws, I see the shortcomings, but everybody else is seeing like the good man, the discipline, the work ethic. They're seeing all the different attributes that I tend to ignore because I'm always pushing and driven to go so hard. And I think we all get to that point where, well, at least I know I do, is where I'm so focused on what's next and what's not working that I don't see the wins. And we talked about this before. Like, you don't celebrate the good times. Face is just on point leaking today. My goodness, it's all burned down. It's like you think I got snot bubbles right now. It's nuts. But it's just really, really cool to see that. And then the guy that freaking trained me and taught me how to close and sell, he's like,
yeah,
hey, like, on this last minute, but can you hop on and talk to my team tonight? We'll talk to them about self discipline.
yeah,
For you,
yeah.
done. had a splitting
Yeah.
headache yesterday. Care? Like, let's show up, do it. Like, it was a really good feeling to give to somebody that gave me so much.
Well, this is why I like, for example, what I said to you. It just goes to show, like, not many people know. I think you did get it when I said, "Hey, man, I need you to be my Goggins." You know, so Jesse Itzler. You know how he fucking
Great book.
right. I'm telling you, listen to me. Listen to me. I loved it. I loved it. Right. So yeah, I was like, you know, so I think this motherfucker right here probably is looking at us like, if he was crazy enough to call me out of the fucking blue, you know what? I'm crazy enough to fucking go, you know?
Yeah.
All right. And you came in, you came in fucking charging, and I'm like, okay, here we go. You know, I had no idea it was going to take us there. You know what I mean? Because it's really taking us into that direction. I'm here. I am. I'm looking at your accountable website. And I was like, this motherfucker, dude. I was like, I'm looking at your story and this and that. I'm like, yeah, dude. Nothing happens out of um, coincidence. That shit doesn't exist. It really doesn't. People come and go into your lives as they should. And if you don't like the people that are coming and going in your life, then that's when you need to realize you are the fucking problem. Because
Mm-hmm.
the only common denominator in every motherfucker that you hate in your life is you. 100%. So, I started looking. I did. When I started realizing, I started looking, and I found you. Somehow I found you. The universe brought you to me. It attracted. I mean, because we've had this conversation before. We really don't know each other from fucking Bob and Jill. How are you at a fucking business meetings? And then there was just something there, a little bit of spark. Maybe it was the brindle. I don't fucking know. I was like, hey, let me follow this guy. Let me keep tabs on him. Same fucking thing. Same thing. Seeing the growth, seeing the direction that you're fucking going. And I'm like, you know what? He's got something I'm lacking. And I'm like, okay. When I got to that point, he's got something I'm lacking. I wonder if there's something I could do for him, you know? And that was it. That was it. That's pretty much it. I said, if he's got that fucking thing that I need, maybe I can offer him something. I'm pretty sure we can build fucking something that is part of the direction that the universe has conspired already, that's already in motion. You asked for something, you asked specifically for something, because I know I did. I know I have, which is my own. That's my own little fucking purple thing. Those are the secrets. Those are the little tiny things. Remember how they say you should always talk about, be proud of your goals and show your growth.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yes. But there's something that you need to hold. There's only one little detail. That little that 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 added material when you're ready to shape the edge and make it the sharpest. That's what you keep secret.
Mm-hmm.
Tell anybody the very last bit. You don't. That's the one you keep secret. But you tell them across the way, along the way, hey, I'm going to go do this. Right? Why? Because they can hold you accountable when you fuck up. Okay. They can hold you accountable all the way there. They can hate you. They can envy you. They can give you all that bad shit. And that doesn't matter, because that's going to shape you as you're cutting it. You're making, because you're still chasing that sharpness in yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't fucking matter. Though, they stay, because if you keep that in, to yourself, and that's perfect, that's when it becomes perfect alignment. That's when you have your oh, this is what I need to do. And then and then you keep it there, you will realize that everything else just fades away. as you're getting better, as you're sharpening yourself, everything just gets better.
Mm.
Now, I have no idea how the fuck I got there. I have no idea.
It had to be said. That's
But
all.
probably, how the universe conspires. So I saw something in you that I need, and it was definitely either fuck your motivation. It's all discipline, right? So yeah, I'm motivated. Good for you. Suck a dick.
Yeah.
Get out of here. You know that it'll.
Oh, man. Look, and like yesterday was so freaking hard to get going because it was an off day.
Maybe
It
that's why
was
I. Yes.
it was because we had you have the routine and you have the pattern, and it's like it's when you're staying on point, it's just it's clockwork. But like yesterday, it's like, all right, I was like, I really don't have to film because he's not gonna be there. Nobody's gonna know. I can do it later in the day. I'm up, mind you. I'm like, I finished my workout. I was like getting in the shower. It's like, all right, and like all this stuff like still going. And then it was like start negotiating. Like, dude, what are you talking about? Well, it was like you said you were gonna do this. Commit to it. You're always there. You keep yourself accountable when it counts. When nobody else is there and it's silence and it's just you and this little asshole in your head, you're supposed you gotta do it. And so all the things that came from yesterday that were just win after win after win came after a little bit of mental adversity. Like I did, like, oh, I don't have to do it. Nobody will know. Blah blah blah. I can do it later. And then oh, I don't feel good. And like, oh, I got a headache. Oh, woe is me. It just keeps on. And then all right, no, it doesn't matter. Just keep doing what you're supposed to be doing. And then all of the wins that stacked one after another that created the momentum to have a phenomenal evening and have an even better story to tell the day was as a result of the personal accountability that I had when nobody else was around. All right, sorry.
Yes. 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 Daniel, you described my first 2 hours of the day yesterday. You really did. Where I'm like, dude, it's only a 5 minute phone call. Just pick up the phone. I'm like, dude, I'm busy. Pick up the fucking phone. Dude, I'm busy. Pick up the fucking phone, asshole. Come on. Pick it up now. And the dude I'm busy picked up. And the dude I'm busy chilled. He goes, it's cool, man. We're good. He knows I'm up. I'm committed. No, asshole, you're up because you have to be up. You're not up because you commit yourself to get up. So what is your discomfort? That's what hit me yesterday. That's what hit me hard yesterday. Was like, fuck, dude. I let my comfort begin, right? That's also part of my 75 hard commitment. Let's make it a little bit more challenging. I commit to not, it doesn't matter. I commit to being my best possible version. So my best possible version means I have to show up fucking every day. I need to whatever fucking thing, you know? Like I said, no stimulants. I'm going to be the best fucking, I'm going to take any and every job possible. I'm going to be a fucking workhorse. I'm going to make it, try to be the best fucking producer I can in the next 90 days. Um, Somehow I have to be the best husband. I have to be there for her somehow, but I know that's going to be a little harder to do, which is also leads me to another of my whys, because as I am fixing myself, others are realizing much more of who I was sometimes comes out and I don't realize
Mm-hmm.
it and I don't see it, right? But I'm trying to fix myself at the same time. I'm trying and I'm like, fucking, and then you frustrate yourself because you're trying. You are really trying.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's also part of my 90 days. It's like, you know what? Maybe it's time to go. Maybe it is time to go. Maybe it's just time for a man, to walk that 1,000 mile fucking steps Start what's my journey? Where's it taking me? Because honestly, as much as you hate to admit it, you were you came in by yourself and you're going to leave by yourself, and everything in here is all a fucking memory anyway. So life is just an adventure and you're on it for the ride. Why not try to make it the best possible ride? you know and if it is, and when you realize and you start not just being selfish and for yourself and I want to be the most powerful, hungry, I want to be fucking stupid rich, and I'm going to be fucking amazing, and I. And then you go, wait a moment, it's not about that. It really isn't. It's about giving more. It's about literally you giving more, and it's about you. 100% of everything is about you. So I'm also at the same time fixing that side in the next 90 days, because I'm going to be, like I said, zero stimulation from anything, or, um, and really dig in deep, really dig in deep. And at the end of these 90 days, either A, I will be the best fucking most famous slash um most sought after fucking aircraft mechanic online, because I'm going to be coasting like a motherfucker this whole journey. That'll be my daily picture, right? That'll be my daily thing. Um, I'm, and I'll continue with that path if that is what the universe has conspired for my final goal, as part of my journey. Or B, I would have built this thing, made an amazing fucking brother, of which I've off camera will talk about other avenues of things that I'm actually currently doing, of why, and at the same time, probably help build you with you something that you want to do. I could see that, and that's we'll talk about that off camera. But and that way, I can have, like you say, you're already there, you know. So it's just one of those, either what avenue am I going to take, and
Mm-hmm.
this is literally the next 90 days of my life, because that way 2025, I believe my lease is up January of 2025.
Okay.
So yeah, I am making a full, full commitment to really know in what direction I need to take this, and
Well,
I have to.
you might as well do phase one, because 75 hard is the boot camp, and then you can just roll into the first 30 days as phase one, and
Oh,
that'll take
okay,
you what an extra couple of days, but that'll it, it yeah
all right,
we'll talk
yeah,
about
and
that.
and then, like I said, it just pretty much goes in that same direction of
Mm-hmm.
everything of me wanting to become, and this is my next step. I know how to control my intake. I know how to control my intake. I know. I mean, we have pretty much the same conversations. I did. I hit myself hard yesterday for not being on the phone with you. I really did. I really did. I really did. I said, "There's no excuse, no excuse." And I said, "I have the perfect excuse." And I did. And because of that thing, I actually got to sleep an hour. It's like an extra hour later on. You know what I mean? I actually got
Mm-hmm.
that, and I'm like, no, it's part of the thing. You have to be uncomfortable, right? So I need to bring, what I mean? So once again, so that's the commitment there. I will never miss another fucking 5 a.m. call. I don't care if it's 5 minutes. I don't care if it's five
Right.
minutes. You know what I mean? Just like, hey, I'm up here. I'm like, here is the reason why. None of this fucking bullshit sending this fucking dude a text. You know what I mean? No, 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 no,
Yeah.
no. None of this. Hey, the waving in the morning is okay, just to let them know that I'm still on. That I'm ready. Or that I'm here. But none of this. hey man, I'm stuck in the fucking underneath an airplane. No, you know what? Take the fucking phone call. Yo, here is the reason why. Not that I'm wrapped around, with Morpheus around my wife, not the one, not the one that fucking says, uh, oh, I got in at 2:30 in the morning and stay up another hour, stay up a
Yeah.
couple hours, put the alarm on, but you have a commitment. Yes, I will.
Mm.
That's what I need to do this because I have learned that I have never committed to anything. I have, I think I talked about this with my shrink. Shit.
You
I
remember
have,
that morning that I zoomed you from the inside of the Peterbilt
yeah, yeah, yeah,
because I
yeah,
had
yeah,
been up
yeah.
since 1:30 in the morning and I knew I had to be on the call that morning.
Yep,
Like it would have been very easy for me to take the easy way out and not
yep,
go get that truck an hour early to make sure that I could be parked where I needed to be parked so I could talk to you. And it's because of the commitment. So like, but that's the stuff that like when I say it like eats at me, it's like it literally like straight in the face. And like
yeah.
I have like I said I was gonna do it. Damn it, man. I gotta get up at but like I mean, was it that bad? Like was it that inconvenient? No, it really wasn't that bad. I wasn't sleeping anyways. Like so
Yep, yep. And then when you
and it's
do
like
it,
in your head. It's like
and then when you do it, you get this sense of, yeah, yeah, because you're fucking like, here's a stupid moment, which hit, which was fucking beautiful. When we went to the little asylum for the nursing home, um, there was one specific young lady who captured me. She started hugging me, and then we sat down and we talked, and she was telling me that her shoes hurt,
I
so
remember.
I got her size, um, and then life. Before I left, she hugged me. She goes, "Thank you so much," and when are you coming? When are you coming? And I was like, "Listen, I promise I'll come back soon." Not yet. I promise I'll come back soon. And then like the next day, I was like, "Yo, I gotta go buy these shoes."
Mhm.
Like, I gotta go buy these shoes. I gotta go buy these shoes. And I was like, I'm never gonna see her again. And then he goes, yeah, you gotta go buy these shoes,
Mhm.
you know? And so my wife and I we went and we bought shoes.
Mhm.
We were having such a great time being ourselves, enjoying our time, that there was always a like a pushback. Hey, I'm busy. Hey, I'm busy. Hey, I'm busy. I got some. Hey, come on, dude. We're having the family. We're enjoying it. This
Mhm.
stop, dude. Dude, you're never gonna see her again. Don't worry about it. Just come on. You know, enjoy the moment, right? Enjoy the moment with your family. Come on. And then the other guy kept kicking him, kicking and kicking. Finally, he kicked in enough. We went and bought the shoes. Took the shoes to her. Uh, Unfortunately, um, uh, we found her, but unfortunately, they didn't fit her.
Oh.
Um, they didn't fit her, and it wasn't the type of shoe that she said she needed. But
Mhm.
I made sure and made some adjustments to her boots. Hopefully, they didn't hurt anymore.
Mhm.
You know, um, and that was it. But it was such a beautiful little moment with her. And then to see the other faces from the day before light up when you came in the room because they really thought that you were there again to show them love and attention. And this is somebody's mom, sister, brother, you know, um, dad, you know. I can imagine their stories. I can just imagine. their experiences, the details that they can help us with. It's all I really thought, that they've been abandoned. There's
Mm.
nobody there to take care of them. It's just, sorry, I had to throw that one in there.
No,
Oh,
that's a beautiful thing. You know, there are
but
symptoms
yeah,
from last night where I was talking, and this is adversity is going to come. Uh, just remember that it's a test. Don't fail the test, because on the other side of your adversity are the greatest wins. And so, that was a phenomenal win, just for gosh, it's
but it
like,
just, it was like the tears of joy and sadness, and
yeah, it's
the
awesome.
the experience in itself. I wouldn't have had it if I would have just said, if I wouldn't have stuck to my word. So now we go back and look at the family values of your word, So let's go. Hey, if you want to put it in here, put it in here. Now I understand fucking uh Tony Montana when he says, there's two things that I don't do. And then, you don't break my balls and you don't break my word. There's something like
uh,
that.
something like that.
You know? And I was like, it's true. A man's word. Where the fuck is a man's word anymore in this day and age? It's fucking scary too. It
It
really
is.
is.
It
You
really,
know,
really is.
and I
You know,
saw man's world. It still exists in third world countries. So
mm,
I don't understand. I really don't understand. You
yeah,
know?
I had a conversation with one of my buddies that's a is an Army Ranger, and I didn't know that there was a you can get a master's in leadership tactics, but apparently that's a thing. And I was having an issue with uh, a leader, um, and it was like eating at me. It was like, this guy never does what he says he's going to do. Like, he doesn't show up on time, and it's always like, this is your fault. There's never any ownership. And it was bugging me, and I was like, when somebody says they're going to do something and they don't do it, I feel like that's a piece of integrity, and he's telling me that it's not. And my buddy looked at me. He's like, "Look," he's like, "to say that's not a piece of integrity is he doesn't get it." He and if you really get it, then you'll understand is integrity is something either you have it or you don't. You don't get to pick and choose what part of it that you're going to apply yourself to. And I was just like, "God." And now, when we start talking about our word, and like, look, I am an admitted, like, the reason why it's so important to me because I didn't have it in the younger years. Like, I would do what I said I would do, but I was still a piece of shit on the other side of the coin doing things that I knew that I shouldn't have been doing that were wrong. So that's why it eats at me so heavily when, like, I talk about like consistency, integrity, your character, because all these things are things that I lacked in the most important aspects of my life. And that's why I want to make sure that I harp on it so much, because either you have it or you don't. You don't get to pick or choose which, well, I have it in this area, but I'm slipping over here. No, okay, well, that's part of your character and that is your integrity. So you need to tighten up, buddy. And like, that's the conversations that Daniel has with himself.
And
And
this is
I
why
gotta share it.
these conversations are starting to get exactly where they need to be. Because, yeah. Holy fuck, dude.
I don't know how my wife slept through that, because I can hear. I'm gonna have to put some egg cartons on these walls because
Oh,
I can feel it echoing now that I got fired up this morning.
yeah, it's gonna be a ride. I already know it. I can feel it.
I can dig it.
I'm gonna be to let you know, like for example, today, I guess today is the fourth. I said I had to start tomorrow. But today I actually I grabbed an airplane because I needed to start working.
Gotcha.
So, I grabbed that one at noon. But like this whole morning, I'm gonna go out there now, and after we hang up, and we're almost on time anyway. I'm gonna start cleaning my fucking my ice box. I'm
Nice.
gonna yeah my chiller, and I gotta start organizing how I'm gonna start doing this stuff. Because by the time I'm on the phone with you, certain things should have already happened. You know what I mean? So because you and I are going to be discussing the, that whatever it is that we need to discuss. So I'm on your agenda now, boss. You know, I'm on
It's
your
gonna be
agenda.
fun.
I know. Today. I'm gonna eat whatever the fuck I want, and
Yeah.
I mean, I'm 10 pounds lighter anyway from when I left. So
Uh,
what's the worst I could do? But be,
oh,
but
you can do
here's the
some
other.
damage.
But here's
Definitely
the
do some
thing:
damage.
when I work, I don't eat anyway. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's gotta change.
Well, here's the thing: when I work, I don't eat, and I chew tobacco.
Mm,
Oh,
that's an
that's
appetite suppressant, my friend. Yeah.
yeah. Uh-huh. It is. I and I love it, and it tastes amazing. And there's nothing like my Copenhagen. And fuck.
I remember
But,
Copenhagen.
but here's the thing: I haven't done it since I left, so it's already been, I don't know, 7, 8 days, seven. Let's say 6 days, 7 days. Let's say
Okay.
7 days. You know, since I've popped in the fucking snuff. And it's not the nicotine. It's not the
It's the
nicotine.
habit.
It's the habit.
100%.
Because I promise you, it's not the nicotine. I am not addicted. I actually, thank God, I don't have an addictive personality. I don't. I don't. Now, I'm not saying that I've tried everything, and I really don't want to either. But I just know that the stuff that I've looked into and done, it's cool. You know, in and out. Um, no addictive personality. That includes nicotine. And I smoked for many, 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 many years because of the habit. Then my son I saw him literally picking up one of my fucking butts when he was like 3 or 4 years old, and that's when I stopped smoking.
Gotcha.
I stopped smoking, and then he's like, "Oh, but you started chewing." Yeah, that's to a certain extent. I picked up chewing again for real when I started fixing airplanes again,
Hmm.
and because I really, so now I guess it's time to let that one go too. Okay. It's a $5 a day. No, it's a $10 a day habit.
Damn.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Easily $10 a day. Maybe if around 11.
Yeah. That's a. If there's somebody right now that would beg to be able to save that money.
Do you know what? I also realized we live in a soap opera world,
Hmm.
and your life is somebody's soap opera. Swear to God, somebody wants to have your problems. Somebody wants to have your wife. Somebody wants to have your house. Somebody wants to have your car. Somebody wants to be you.
Hmm.
When you learn that you to master that one, that's a blessing in itself
It is.
because
It's
you
straight
not
gratitude.
it's you so humbling,
Just
so humbling,
every morning, thankful.
so humbling that yeah, I am humbled that that woman in there slept in that bed with me last night, right? And humbled that you're on the phone, that you're taking your time out of your day to be on the phone with me. Why? Because you're helping make me better. There's a fucking mutual interest in here now.
Hmm.
You know, now we have a purpose. Now we have a common purpose, right? Right. If I'm going to if I'm going to make this change, I need to break. What better form of breakage than the truth? So yeah, here we go. The real Nestor, unfiltered. Let it begin. Let it begin.
Yeah, that was Nestor and Daniel Unfiltered was probably the perfect freaking title.
Fuck yeah, man.
Okay. Mindset shift. But Nestor, thank you for this morning. It was
No,
freaking
thank you,
epic.
brother.
I'm like,
Come on.
I can't wait to edit this one, and it's so far down the list.
Uh,
It might have
it's
to skip. It might have to jump ahead. This is
I don't know. We'll see. We'll just take it like it goes. What number are we on? I don't even know. This is we're going on 13.
I started
Okay, 12,
editing number 13.
13.
I uploaded at 12 last night, so
Yeah. I yeah, in my side, 12 is all done. I did the clips already on there and
you already
everything.
did the clips and everything too.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, 13
Yeah.
is already in my head, so I'll put that together today, and I'll have it to you this afternoon.
All right, brother. Have a great day. Thank you. Bye.